Hey guys, welcome back to Safe Travel RV. I'm Big Al. If you have an RV that's getting a few years on it, like say around the 5-year mark, this is going to be a problem that develops inside, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let's step on inside and see what that is. Every RV manufacturer installs these ceiling puck lights. They're everywhere, but eventually they're going to start to flicker. These are all 12 volt, they're LED, they come in different temperature ranges. This is a kind of a cool white. It's in the 4000 color range, but I'm going to show you how to replace that. You cannot repair them. We're going to replace it, and it's going to happen again down the road, but we're going to do something a little bit better this time. We're going to install individual lights that you can turn on and off. So if that happens on a vacation, you can simply turn it off. So let me show you how easy we're going to do that. So the first thing you're going to need to do is order your lights. I got a 4-pack of these off of Amazon. This is the model number. It's good for 10 to 30 volts. Again, we're on a 12 volt system. That's the model number. There's the link above. And I've chosen ones, of course, that have the on-off switch right here. So to replace those lights, you're going to have a choice of several connector types. You can use the butt spline crimp connectors, which are right here. I'm going to use the blue one, which is good for 14 to 16 gauge. They simply just go in here, and you'll have to buy a crimping tool. They're all different prices. Just pick one that you want to use, and it's color coded blue for blue, and you just crimp them right across here. I'll show you how I do that. You can also use this kind of connector, which you twist the wires together. They go up in there, and then you crimp it shut. That's the way you'll see it in a lot of RVs. And when we get up in the ceiling, that's probably what we're going to find. So I'm not going to use these. I don't like using these either. You can also use this Wago type connector. Very, very easy to do. You don't need any of these tools except for your wire stripper. These go in, whoops, these go in like this, and then you just close it down. But these are kind of expensive, so I don't use these all the time. What I'm going to say is never ever use these twist-on wire nuts, especially, well, in an RV, never use them, but in a home, they're okay. But they just tend to vibrate loose in an RV, even if you tape them up. They're just not reliable. You don't need to use these. So today, we're going to be using a crimp connector, the butt crimp connector, and you'll need a wire stripper, and you'll need a crimper. And then our other one here is the solder connectors with heat shrink. These work out really nice for a very permanent connection, vibration free. You just heat this up with a heat gun after you put your wires in there. So you have lots of options. So let me show you first how to get this light puck off the ceiling, because there's 2 different kinds and each one is a little bit different. So the question I get all the time is, how do I get this cover off so I can replace the light bulb? Well, you really can't replace a bulb. You just have to replace a whole unit. But there's really just two kind of covers. One cover has that little key notch right there. You can stick a screwdriver in there and just pop it right off. Just like that. The other one, if you can't find that key anywhere around it, it's just going to simply unscrew. Put your hand up there and you just unscrew it like that, and the cover comes off. Okay, so let's pull these out, but first we're going to turn the light switch off so there's no power going to these lights. Remove the 4 screws. And then you just fish them out. Here's the connectors I was telling you about. Now this has 3 wires because it's daisy chained to another light fixture. So basically you just keep your same group of wires connected and you won't have any problems. So everything's going to be white or black basically, unless you're on this side of it. But you just you could pick out right here back to those. But I like to just check these connections. If they're really nice and tight, then I'll just cut it right here and add my other connection to it. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. With your wire cutter, you can order these for as little as $6, $8, or you can get nicer ones. But you basically, We know this is like a 14. This is probably a 14 gauge. So you find your 14 on here. After you cut it, of course. And then you just simply put it on that 14 and just strip it back on each one. Once I do that, I like to give it a little twist to get all the strands nice and tight. And then I can use my butt connector or whatever connector that you want to use to make our connection. Put your black into the black. Press it all the way down. Then use your crimper. Crimp that one. Give it a little tug. If you like, you can wrap electrical tape around there if it makes you feel better. But I basically am done here. This is my RV, and I'm just going to confidently push them back up into the ceiling. And you want to try to get all the wires up in there so you don't accidentally run a screw through the wires when you're reinstalling your puck light. So we got all the wires up in there. I'm just going to maybe line one hole up, make sure all my other holes are covered up. Then I can take my screwdriver and screw these all in. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for this quick tip. Just remember, not only can you operate each one of these lights individually, you can also just hold the button in and you can dim the light also, which is a very nice feature to have. Until next time, safe travels.